A dictator's son, a former retired boxing champion, and former actor are now vying for the presidency in the Philippines. If you would have asked me this a couple of years back about how I felt about this, I would have told you guys, man, this is the only shit you'll see in the Philippines. But we had Donald Trump as a president, man. Whether you like him or not, that man is still going to go down as the 45th president of the United States. So, with that being said, I'm not too surprised about our options for Philippine president in the upcoming elections. Ladies and gentlemen, we already know Duterte is going out. He ain't going to be vice president anymore. He done already told you guys, look, I'm done with that shit. I think he needs to retire anyways. My man is definitely up there in age. It ain't going to get any easier for him to try to be vice president. But let us not forget, ladies and gentlemen, there is one other candidate amongst the 4 top candidates. A young lady by the name, she's older, Leni Rebredo. Okay? Who is the current sitting vice president of the Philippines. Now, her and Duterte don't get along at all. Okay, let's keep it a buck and a half. Everybody's in the corner talking about Sara. Talking about Mayor Inday Sara Duterte, which is president's daughter. Sara, please run for president. I would love to see that too, but she ain't feeling it. If she don't want to do it, she don't want to do it. But what I've noticed about the Filipino people, they will put pressure on your ass to make you do whatever it is you don't want to do. They would be like, we're cheering for you, we'll vote for you, we want you in office and all that stuff. But I don't want the office. I don't give a fuck what you want the office. It kind of feels like that type of vibe. Like, we don't care about your personal feelings. We want you in office, so that's where you need to be. And this is the type of environment and the vibe that you get when you're spending any time in the Philippines. You'll notice that. There's a lot of pressure to succeed in the Philippines. And for all the people who are just ranting and raving and wanting their person to get into the office, there are a lot of things that I notice that happens in the United States too. Number one, you'll always praise them when they're doing good, but you'll never want to correct them when you feel they're doing bad, right? So let's say, for example, your candidate makes it into the office, right? Oh yeah, Manny Pacquiao won, Isko Moreno won, Marcos won. Yo, our guy's in the office. They do right, you praise them. If there's something that might be questionable in their decision making, either you make an excuse for them or you say nothing. There is no keeping the same energy. You never want to correct them when they're doing bad, but you always want to praise them when they're doing good. So it's kind of like give and take with politics, especially in the Philippines, man. Do I have an idea of who could potentially win? No. Pacquiao has people behind him. Isko Moreno, I think Manila's pretty much the only region he may actually be able to cover successfully. Like, get the majority of the votes there. Again, that's iffy. You know, because they still got Leni Rebredo, like I said. And let us not forget about the dark horse in the race. My man, OG, triple, what I like to call him, Ferdinand Bong Bong Marcos Jr. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I do not believe that this man should be punished for the sins of his father, and I'm going to leave it at that. Alright, he was trying to vie for vice president in the previous election. Didn't quite go his way. He tried to challenge votes. Leni Rebredo still ended up winning that particular position. But I look back on it now, and I look at where he is now, and I look at all of the stances of the people who are running for the position of presidency in the Philippines, and I have to admit, if there's one thing that stood out of all the candidates, I think, if I'm saying this wrong, please correct me, but I believe that old boy OG, triple, Manny Pacquiao said, look, if I'm elected president, I'll clear the country's debt. Like, he said he'll do it by himself. And then he wants to get rid of corruption. Heard that before. But this man said he's willing to put up money to clear the debt. But let us not forget, Elon Musk, Tesla, and OG, triple. He said the exact same thing. If I could cure world hunger with $6 billion, prove it to me, and I'm ready to drop them ends. Video for another day. But guys, it just seems like a crazy circus in the Philippines. But you know what? This is nothing new. Philippines have been electing officials that were actors and people with no political backgrounds. They've been putting them in office for years. Only now has it made the world stage, right? Only now has it made the world stage. I do not believe there was ever a president in my mind that did not have a political background that actually ascended into the presidency. Like I said, the Duterte background as mayor of Davao City. Prior to him, Benigno Aquino the third, God rest that man. So, I believe he also had some, you know, he had some political background. But let us not forget that his mom and his mom was his mom was a former president in Cory Aquino, and his dad Benigno the second. Aquino the second was a senator, I believe. I can't remember. He got assassinated. So it could have been the political landscape of the family that kind of really put him in that position. And then prior to him, there was my favorite, 4 foot nothing. What's her name? Gloria Macapagal. Let me get it right, Liza. Let me get it right. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Let's not forget about Gloria. Gloria was a beauty. I love her. And let us not forget about the pork barrel scam. Love that. Baby girl tried to leave the country with $1 billion pesos. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that story. If you Google it, she tried to leave the country with $1 billion pesos. I thought that was absolutely excellent. But I digress, ladies and gentlemen. We're definitely in a very interesting political landscape in the Philippines. I enjoy it. I'm here to watch how this all plays out, and we'll see. We shall see. All right, but this has been a good doc reporting in for no reason at all. Just want to talk about my feelings amongst the presidential candidates that you guys have to choose from in the upcoming election. Good luck. Choose wisely. Listen to all the platforms. Listen to all the stances. And vote for the person that's going to let the foreigners back into the Philippines. All right? That's all I'm going to tell you. Vote for the person that's going to relax the rules to let us Americanos back into the Philippines. Anybody who says that they're going to open the country, they would have my vote immediately. I know. My vote can be bought. Don't sue me. It is the truth. I cannot lie. All right? Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed, man. Doc is on to the next one. Peace.